What is it about nuns that makes them such fertile ground for horror and exploitation movies? Maybe it goes back to strict nuns and habits scaring and embarrassing kids for misbehaving. Those early memories can create deep fears and even some interesting fantasies. Blumhouse's evil nun Valak may not be inspiring any positive daydreams, but the folks behind Immaculate clearly knew what they were doing by casting Sydney Sweeney. Those wet shirt bathing scenes are definitely something to enjoy while they last, because once the movie ramps up the horror, you might find yourself too caught up in gagging and wincing to think of anything pleasant for a while. Sweeney's character, Sister Cecilia, is an optimistic young American nun on her way to a remote convent in Italy that doubles as a hospice for older sisters. The movie kicks off with a young woman trying to escape, only to have her leg broken and get buried alive, definitely a sign that something's off. But Cecilia remains hopeful, believing that God saved her from a near-death experience as a child and is excited to pay it forward. Even though Cecilia has a few unsettling nightmares about nuns in red masks, she's undeterred. However, when she suddenly starts vomiting, a typical movie signal for pregnancy or a curse, it turns out she's dealing with both. Since her hymen is intact, according to the dubious convent doctor, it's apparently an immaculate conception. A scientific miracle baby at least, and possibly the second coming of Jesus at most, or worst if you think that means the apocalypse is near. The movie serves up plenty of jump scares, but many of the convent's mysterious secrets end up leading nowhere. While there's definitely something sinister happening, several spooky elements remain unexplained by the end. It feels like some storylines were left out during editing. Still, it's more engaging than those haunted house flicks where nothing scary happens until the final moments. The idea of pregnancy in a creepy hospice with wandering nuns, some possibly murderous, sets a spooky vibe that Immaculate fully embraces. Hats off to production designer Adam Reamer for crafting a convent that's intentionally creepy or just plain old. Cecilia's spacious bedroom seems perfect for hidden surprises in dark corners. Cinematographer Elisha Christian makes us feel as lost and anxious as Cecilia in the catacombs below. Director Michael Mohan shows bravery and skill with creating suspense, but could use a more coherent story next time to really shine. Immaculate isn't what it seems at first glance. Don't expect a spiritual sequel to Benedetta. It's more like a cure for wellness, but with a grittier edge. If blood from sensitive areas isn't your thing, consider this a heads up. One of the most surprising moments in Immaculate is reminiscent of a scene from the British TV movie Threads that may be familiar to Generation X. Sweeney is definitely on her way to stardom, reminding us of a young Scarlett Johansson or Amanda Seyfried. Her portrayal as the final girl hints at her potential in Scream Queen roles. While there are some satisfying moments, it would have been nice to see her dish out more payback to her tormentors.